Welcome to the third s3db webcast. The purpose of this session is to demonstrate s3db storage capabilities. In the previous session, we had created a project, resources and rules within that project. We can now begin to create instances of the resources. So we go to the resource main page and you click on Add. In this text field, you can put some meaningful label that will help us later on describe this resource. You can now begin to add attributes to the instance by clicking on Add. An attribute can either be a literal and at any time nodes can be added to the literal to help us describe what it is. Also, there is a possibility of adding a file or even a hyperlink. Now if we go to the other resource and we follow the same procedure, one of the attributes corresponds to a connection to the other resource. If we add an instance to this attribute, what we will see here is a pick button. This will allow us to list all the instances of the resource to which this one is connected. And the value that shows up here is the unique ID of the resource where we intend to create the connection. So as you can see, the resource immediately shows up here as a connected button. If we click on it, we can immediately see the attributes that are associated with it. Another possibility is to add instances to an Excel template. First thing to do is download the Excel template. You can then proceed to fill out this template with the intended values. We then save the file as a tab delimited. We can finally upload the file. We go to Add and we click on Import from File. If we now list all instances, we can see that all of the resources were correctly inserted and the attributes as well. Another possibility is to view this data on a tabular format or to download it to an Excel spreadsheet. Once we have data on s3db, we can proceed to query it. We can go to Query. One possibility of query is to hit the button Pick and choose whatever value. This is a listing of all available values. Another possibility is to use regular expressions. A list of all available regular expressions can be seen on this example. Also, there is a possibility to send query results between resources. So as you can see, query for what we have just searched for shows up here. we have a button that will enable us to send the query result to the other resource, and we can finally query it. Thank you for staying with us. Please don't miss the next session of s3db webcast, where we will be explaining how to work with the AI.